get my hood on there. My disguise. Hello, this is Chris. You're tuned into Reality Shadow Band. And I'm going to take this off because I'm a little bit warm. Uh, Today, I'm going to be reacting to Rich Cooper Unplugged, a clip he entitled When She Thinks She's Irreplaceable. I did watch this once, so I did kind of spoil a little bit. But gotta get my glasses fixed. Uh, I think it's good enough to watch through again because I even just previewed this part, getting this ready, and I was just like, oh man, this girl, wow, this is. So I just want to say from the start of it, don't attack this girl, even though she has her IG tag up there and everything. Please do not go attack this poor lady. She's been traumatized and she's under mind control, advanced MK Ultra programs that she has no idea about. But this is just a symbol of like this epidemic that's in our society that's going to cause it to collapse. Inevitably, I think it's going to be sooner or later because a lot of this stuff is just completely unsustainable, starting to hockey stick. Anyway, let me get to the videos. Quit waffling. All right, here we go. Yeah, so go give Rich a like and subscribe. I'll leave a link in the show notes.
I only dated one man this past year, and it did not go very well for me. But I just feel like with what you were saying, I really don't find many options for me right now, like where I live, and
Yeah, because your standards are so delusionally high because you've gone through your 20s and you've gone through the market because you definitely were a looker at some point. You were a decent looking chick, seven, 6.5, 7. Here she's starting to dip in the 5.5 zone, especially with her attitude. When she starts opening her mouth, she definitely loses a point, 2 points. So yeah, this is her the delusion. The delusion is just so extreme.
it does get smaller and smaller,
And these guys are kings of stoicism. I'm not as stoic at all. I mean, I'm stoic in my outlook, but in my how I present my how I live and feel about my life, I'm Greek, Sicilian, so I'm a little animated, and that's just how I do it. But internally, I'm like, fuck all this. This is retarded. This has to fall down and burn. And it's really interesting to see how serious these women are, and they were just completely on this other level of non self-awareness, and just expecting the world to be this marketplace. It's just really scary. uh it's doomed. This is an unsustainable society. It cannot keep going, and this is the peak. You're witnessing the peak, and now it's going to have a sharp decline just because the men are opting out of all this craziness.
I feel like the standards definitely trims down your options a
Well,
lot.
what happened with the guy that you dated that didn't go so well?
Actually, believe it or not, I met him on a dating website called Hinge. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that.
Oh, we've never heard of that. No, no, no. That store, that the store with the guys in it. Yeah, it's called Hinge. Wow, we've never heard of it.
It was very okay. So
Yeah, it's very familiar.
not even
Like these apps are different. Who gives a shit? This is
from here. We dated for like a couple months, talking here and there. And we were going out a couple times. And once I started nursing back up, I was like, because this is during the
nursing school, not nursing her, not nursing her kid, which is what you would expect. But no, going back to nursing school. So she's a student. She's all gassed up on the I gotta have a career bullshit.
summer. This is when I was dating him during the summer when I wasn't in school and I had that time off and I was just working full time in the ER.
Now, I'm not saying like being a nurse isn't a real legit professional, legit skill, but wait till you let her. She lets you know the option that she had. She's like, "Fuck all that, fuck you." Uh, yeah, get used to being a fucking nurse, which is a super hard job. I don't see this girl lasting that long. My mom was a nurse, and yeah,
I wasn't in school and I had that time off and I was just working full time in the ER. I said, like when I start school again, like I want to cut things off. But in this time frame of when we were hanging out, like I really actually like this man, and that has not happened for me, and I could not tell you how long.
How much has she been pumped and dumped? These nurses are crazy. My mom was kind of nuts, and she told me some stories about a little bit about stuff about happened. Oof, wow, it's really amazing, amazing.
It was
The level of mind control that the indoctrination these women are under that allows them to be completely docile and pliant, very kind of slaves. Sorry, if you were look, I don't know who her father is, but obviously there's not much communication going on there because if he was in her life at all and she told him this is what she was dealing with, I would say quit your fucking stupid school, dedicate your whole life to this dude, and get ready for the ride of your life because you just got a golden ticket. You just got a lottery ticket, dumbass.
forever,
Mhm.
and I could not tell you how long. It was forever,
Mhm.
and
How old was he, Zoe, and what did he do for a living?
so he previously worked for the U.S. Senate, and he did like Congress work, and he was in law school like around this area.
Mhm.
Okay, just okay. That's just okay. Look, if he's working for a senator in the Washington D.C. area, that means he's connected as fuck. And he's going to law school. They just don't like hand those jobs out. Senate, they gotta be connected.
And
And his age?
he was
Not that I agree with any of that shit that's going on over there, but for this lady, that was her. This is her only. That was her ticket.
24.
Okay. Mhm.
So
And
And his age?
he was 24.
Okay. So very successful
so young guy, good looking. He's on the route.
for 24.
I agree, and I feel like he had a really good head on his shoulders. You know, he's kind of had like the things I was looking for in a man. He was extremely sweet,
Is
and I think we just got along so well. Like we clicked initially, and I've never even gone on a Hinge date before, or
it's a fucking dating app. What is the difference between the one and the other? Who gives a fuck? Who this? Why this? These labels, these brands have cooked these girls' brains up. Wow.
you know, let alone gone out with a man recently. So I was like, wow, like this is, you know, that was pretty good. Like I'm gonna reach out to him again and see like if we could, you know, talk again and see where both our heads are at. And he's like, I have family coming in town. I would love for you to come down
I gotta speed it up. Sorry.
and meet them. I'm like, that's wonderful. In that week, we actually ran into each other at a bar, and this was like a couple months after like we ended kind of things, and he pretended like.
Zoe, you were telling us an interesting story before you cut out there. It was kind of peaking.
Okay, so like, what was like the last thing that you heard?
Saw him at the bar.
You ran into him at the bar.
Okay, so that same week that he like was texting me all week, like wanting to meet up, we ran into him at the bar. Like this was around Halloween time, and he was with like his friends from like law school, and he acted like he had no idea who I was, and I think he got caught with another girl. You know,
Got caught. No, wait a second. You broke up with him. You dumped him. He didn't get caught. He was out there with his other girlfriends he was already had with in rotation, you dingaling. Oh, you think he's just all home alone, pining away, like he's not hoping you'll call? This lady, the level, like how just not knowing how the world works. No, no, not understanding social hierarchy. No.
like he was with another girl, and I think he was dating another girl. So that was the end of that story. And 5 days later, I got blocked on everything. That same weekend.
Yeah, he should have blocked her way before that. He just probably forgot. He probably moved on so quick. He forgot to block her, and once he saw, he was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta block that hoe." God damn it! Yeah, she dumped me. She's an idiot. She's obviously dumb as fuck. Because no offense, lady. No, don't in Minecraft. Delusional. She's actually quite intelligent to go to nursing school and actually be working in the ER and stuff like that. You cannot not be dumb. You can't be dumb. But it's the book smart and the indoctrination. And look at her. Look at her face. Yeah. Oh, she's shocked at the blocking. She's not shocked at this girl dumping. senator, a future senator, if she just shut up and play her cards right.
And he wanted me to meet some of his family coming to town. So
see, she has enough smarts to have be like a senator's wife, but because of her lack of social awareness, totally blew it. There are classes of people in the United States. I know people don't want to hear this, but there's strata, social strata. And she had a ticket, and now she doesn't because, man, look at her face, dude. She's aging so rapidly. Man, you hit that 26, 27 range. That's when if they're not and the long hours and all the studying and all the stress for working in ER is freaking hard, man. That was her last chance.
that was like I had no idea like what happened. Like I did not do anything wrong. I said hello to him.
The thing you did wrong is you dumped him. What are you talking about, girl? You think you see? They must imagine. They must imagine these guys when they don't see them. They're very childlike. I know they're very childlike. They stop developing emotionally, and basically, maturity wise. Once they grow to saccatics and they can see that they're a little bit pretty and get men's attention, that's when they stop developing it. They don't start up again until that stuff stops working, and that's like 35 or so. And some of them have the more control over their intellectual side, but they've actually had to like deny the social side, or just work it one angle, which is their good looks, and they just like, oh yeah, you can take me out, I'll do whatever, I do shit. Yeah. So she's got a double whammy with the looks and the book smarts, but not the social awareness because I probably lack of dad around because obviously not giving her insights about how the world's put together.
And gave him a hug. It was a very short interaction, and I got like the most oh my gosh look that I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, because you're like, why are you here? Why are you interacting with me? You said you didn't want to. Like she told him he didn't. She told him he didn't want to be. Hey, go leave. I'm too busy for you, Senator, future senator, good looking senator that's got lots of things. And that made him a little crazy. She did have a window there because she actually did it right. She upped the ante, but she didn't realize she was playing. He thought he thought she was playing the social game correctly, like wicked, like oh god, I got a wizard on my hands. But no, she was just being a dumb fuck, and she tripped her way into it, and she had a window there of maybe after that interaction to come back and say, hey, you know what? I really like you. I've thought about it. I thought about my life with you and what your future is, and I actually am ready to like be your helper with all this stuff, and abandon my thing and just support you and be your comfort, be your side, be proud of, be someone to proud of, quit hoeing around, and raise your children and get you ready to be a senator. And that would have done it. That would have been it. But no, she's gotta go be a fucking change diapers and to deal with bloody wounds and broken bones and weird infections. People drug people overdosing. No, girl, this girl. I'm gonna zoom in on her because she is so delulu, as they say, delulu. She is delusional.
Life. I was like, oh my gosh, that was so bad. I get home that same night and he tries to Snapchat me, and I'm like, why would I want to talk to somebody that completely ignored me at a bar? Like, didn't even want to catch up. We haven't talked for months since like the previous time we were going out during the summer, and I left it on open. 5 days later, I get.
Well, he was giving the last little straw because he wanted a double check that you really is this really where you're going with this? Are you really not doing this? Because I'm giving you extra attention right now, more than I have all these other hoes in my rotation who see my value and understand what if they shut the fuck up and get on his program, that they would have a golden fucking ticket to a world of that they actually are looking for. Crazy. These wow. See, her good looks blew it because she had so many simps just totally bend over backwards. And maybe her dad too. Maybe her bad dad just never said no or to her. Just Never let her know, like, hey, there's another. If you gotta keep your eye out, because this stuff does happen from time to time. You're good looking enough that this could be a thing, and it did. It happened to her, and she blew it.
Walked on everything. So that was the end of that story, and I have not dated anyone since.
So was there a gal there with him that night?
Yes, I mean, but I didn't think anything of it, truthfully. Like, I was just like, like, why would he be reaching out to me, making plans to me that same weekend, But yeah,
what do you think
so
of
that's
that?
how
Like,
that went.
what do you think of a guy that's at that level, that's in law school, deals with Congress, politicians, sort of stuff? I'm assuming he's a good-looking guy.
Very, and that
Yeah.
like that's another hard thing that I can't really find anyone I'm
Very.
attracted to, and he was like one of the first guys that I was generally attracted to.
Okay,
And
so
it's like
so he's ticking off a lot of boxes for you. So I'm sure
Mhm.
you understand there's going to be more than just Zoe competing for his attention, right? Because he's a
Oh,
high-value
1000%.
guy. So what's
Yeah, yeah. Why didn't you realize that at the time, Zoe? What the fuck is wrong with you, girls? You are so gassed up. And she thinks she can do it again. She's gonna get some advice from rich kids. We're just like, I don't know how you can take it with these girls because they're just like, it's just like they're such children, and they really do need adult supervision. I'm sorry, this girl had it made. They need some adult supervision.
what's the issue with pursuing a guy like that? If you dig his vibe to that level, like he's the only guy that you found that attractive in the span of time that you've been dating, right? So what if you see another guy? Like, they're not exclusive, right? Like, he's talking about it, inviting you to see his family.
Exactly. I knew in the back of my head, I was like, there's no way that I met him and I was like, wow, like this guy's great. That other woman wasn't thinking, like, we're not thinking the same exact thing.
No, you didn't, because your behavior betrayed that. Ding dong. So you're only saying that right now because Rich brought it up. This is such childish shit. How about, you know what? You're right. At the time, I didn't realize it. Is there anything I can do about that now, Rich? Do you see anything in my personality that that I might need to work on so I can attract another man like this maybe in the future, or somewhere at the level that's above being a nurse in the ER? Come on, lady. What the fuck?
So he messaged you that night on Snapchat.
Not a TV show. You're not a star. You're not a star in the movie. I know you think you are because you watch that on all your stupid TV shows who glorify that really disgusting and hard business. But no, you are not Ally McBeal of the medical fucking industry. No.
And you didn't read it. You didn't acknowledge it. Nothing.
Yeah, like we were texting that day.
Right.
The day that we ran into.
So why would he message you on Snapchat instead of texting you then?
Exactly.
Weird.
Yeah. Didn't
What is
call
the?
me,
They don't do text anymore. They just only Snapchat. These young people.
but
Yeah,
I
you're gonna have to
haven't
forgive me
really
maybe for being a little
Snapchatted
bit thick and disconnected from
Yeah,
Snapchat.
they
because I
don't
never
use
used that app, so-
the appeal is that the messages disappear.
Okay, so it's like it's like setting signal messages to disappear after 5 minutes or something like that.
Pretty much, or they disappear as soon as they're opened unless you screenshot it or something like that.
Got it.
If they screenshot it, so then they can.
Yeah, so that lets me know that was the last message was last ditch. Like, this girl is just really this stupid. Is this girl really stupid? And yeah, she is. She blew it so fucking hard. Wow. And she just thinks that, oh yeah, another one will come along because there's been so many. This is why that you guys are spoiled for choice, and it messes y'all up. It messes you up hard, bad, bad, bad. You need adult supervision.
Be like, why are you
Yeah.
And keep in mind, like, we never really Snapchatted before. Like, this was like
Okay.
out of the blue, like just Snapchatting me and like letting me know that he got home. I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Wow, she still doesn't understand. He was doing one last ditch because he did actually like this girl. He did actually think he saw something with her, but she's so stupid and so gassed up on her own shit that she can't see she has no idea what a senator is. She thinks it's just, oh, it's government laws, blah blah blah. It's like, no, dude, no, not in this government, not in this country. That is elite fucking royalty. What's wrong with you? God damn, this girl is so stupid.
Well, it sounds like he did something a little bit goofy on his end, but I still kind of want to press you on this question a little bit more. So
No, he didn't do anything goofy. He wanted to see if she had any chance at all, and wanted to give her just a tiny little. They said, "Here's you give her a time limit," and the time limit is actually over now. But I'm gonna give you because I'm a fucking being a dumb simp dude that I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to anyway. So he gave you this, but he didn't want to think about it ever again. Didn't want to see it again. Didn't want to see her ever again. He was last ditch, and she blew it and she's just blowing it one after one after another. He thought he might have been playing with a chess player here, who would have been made life interesting, who would have been a little bit of a challenge for him, because all the women are that just fall for him because they know what he is. He needed someone that could be competitive and not gonna be like the rest of them. That's not gonna be going off to these other guys aren't impressed with his senatorship. Don't you think that's a filter? She actually passed through that filter. She passed through that filter and was like starting to become wife material, but then she blew it.
High value guy, you find him attractive. You don't find out in other guys you're dealing with. He's dealing with other women, obviously. So now you know this. You know he's in demand. He sends you a message. You dig his vibe, but you ignore it, and then you get blocked several days later. Are you surprised?
Ignored it. I was kind of shocked because I ignored it. Okay,
Yeah.
but I kind of was thinking in my head like, what did I do wrong? Like, what made me get blocked? Because I've never been blocked by a man before. Like this.
Wow. Wow, she has never been blocked by a man before? Wow. You women are so spoiled right up to the point when you slam into the wall because you keep thinking you got choices at the lottery. I mean, at the freaking casino table of the inside the inside the casino at the sexual marketplace, marriage marketplace casino. You keep throwing the dice down. Yeah, y'all run out of why you're all gambling addicts. That hypergamy, you thinking that there's something more better somewhere else. That climbing stuff, you got to get that under control. You got to get that's like being a simp. That's being a simp, and you're getting taken by these apex predators. They understand, like they understand. They can identify like this. This is a marking of prey. She doesn't have as many markings. She definitely does. She's been through the ringer. This one is still kind of fresh, and that's why that senator was like, "Hey, this guy's kind of still fresh and funky," and she's like holding out, blah blah blah, whatever, being a little harder to get and like more wifey style type of thing, like not impressed with all this bullshit. Dumb. She's just dumb. That's really what it is. She's dumb. Sorry. In Minecraft, you're dumb in Minecraft allegedly.
The only thing that you did wrong was that you didn't respond to him. Right?
And
Because
say like what was up about tonight. But like that's not my place to be like. And I didn't
no, but you know what the message was? Like, were you able to read it in advance, or you can only read it if you open it?
It was a picture of him sitting in bed at 2:30 in the morning.
Picture of him sitting in bed at 2:30 in the morning, not all by himself, not with any girl, saying, "Hey, I am available for you if you want to get on this ride and stop being silly. I am available for you. If you want to get on, this is your final last chance."
Did it have a caption or something, or
No, just blank.
just a picture of him laying in bed?
Yep, that's it.
So 24-year-old guy's a little bit immature and goofy. Yeah, it's an invitation more than anything.
Moff was like, "Yeah, that's an invitation." Yeah, he was like, "Come on, like this is your last chance. I'm not that. This is it."
But it's like, see, for the gals watching and for you, Zoe, like the amount of guys that are going to tick off all these boxes for you gals that you have a strong attraction for, that you have a lust for, even they're rare, and a lot of women compete for them. And the thing is,
yeah, they're the top 2.7% that you're all going after now. So it's a crowd. Get in line.
Is that high value, successful guys like that are not common on the sexual marketplace. Beautiful.
No, they're there, but they're got you all in rotation, and you never figure it out because they are so good. Because you're dealing with that sociopathic predator type of personality type that are dealing with you broads at this level, that are passing you around and doing it with style and grace, and you guys can't figure it out.
Beautiful women are everywhere, right? I mean, if you go to Instagram and you do a search in hashtag fitness girl, millions of results will pop up objectively with 9s and 10s, some of them 11s, in some cases, like really hot women. So there's loads and loads of really hot women out there, but the kind of guy that you're looking for that really draws you in and captivates your heart is pretty rare. So I would
well, it captivates that delusional thing that she's been told all her life that she has to get to have value in society. Whereas really it's building something with someone that's at your same SMV, where you can just respect each other and build a family and build that. That's where that comes from. To have it's actually a good person. It has nothing to do with the looks, and forget your girlfriends and all their stupid shit about what's like. But most of the people, these are all single mom raised people, and they're going after single mom raised sons, and nobody knows what the fuck they're supposed to be looking for. They all need adult supervision. I guess they're making their lives hell. Not that they need to be controlled. They're making their lives miserable. This girl, Zoe, had a ticket to a very, very good life. If the country continues, which I'm sure it will in aspects of it, but that level, she'll be that the senator class group. Come on. And she pissed it away for what? A job that pays what, 100K a year? 98K a year? And is backbreaking, full of disease and freaking weird fucking illnesses and drug addicts and oh Jesus.
Encourage you in the future, if you find a guy like that, not to take it easy on him and to, just not follow through on something, because like women will be
Rich is like trying to be all like slow and like, okay, next time. No, Rich really needs to say the truth. You blew it, girl. That ain't gonna happen again. That was 1 in a million. You were 1 in a million, and he was giving you all the choosing signals, and you chose to ignore them. And you actually played it pretty good, but you were so dumb you didn't understand what was happening. She blew it. Rich, you should tell her she blew it.
be competing for his attention. Like, there's no question about that.
I really didn't think twice about it, honestly. And
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're freaking dumb as hell. You're totally gassed up on that Rockefeller program, feminism program that made you just shitty men that just like don't think about anything but your career.
Yeah, like
So remind me why you guys stopped seeing each other, like why you wanted to end things. You like going back to school or something like that, or
I
was
was just
it?
going back to school, and
I just go back to school and just throw him away like he's a piece of trash. And these women don't understand. You've done that to so many dudes. There's so many dudes in her DMs and in her life that she's just discarded and not thought twice about it. It's been such a habit for her that all those men all took note. Yeah, and they're walking away. Yeah, look at the stats. Look at the stats. 50% no longer involved with women in any shape or form. So the apex predator group, because there's a half the men are fucking not even existing. This group is getting more concentrated with the sociopaths at the bottom that are just brutal thugs, pump and dump are just brutal thugs that they all complain about. And then there's that upper class 2% who've been socialized and know how to navigate the space, so you don't even know what's happening, and they'll troll you along by putting bait in the water. And once they're done with you, they've had enough, and you never see them again.
I really don't like talking to people like when I'm in school. But then like when I was alone for a couple weeks, I was like, wait, I generally enjoyed his company. Like this was different than I'm used to. And I was like, wait, did
What are you used to, lady? What are you used
I
to?
just screw up? Like, did I mess up? Like not continuing to pursue him? Like
A little bit, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we have friends with benefits, just pokey doke. Oh man, those nurses these days. Woo-wee, boy.
That was yeah.
But the blocking is so immature that he just lost a lot.
Pursue him? Like
A little bit, yeah.
yeah, that was yeah.
But the blocking is so immature that he just lost a lot of points with that.
Yeah, but if he's got lots of
Look at another
options,
girl.
He's got so many. Are you kidding me? He lives in Naples.
if he's got lots of options,
Why would anybody listen to you? You hit the wall about 3 years ago. You got your tits out. You're fake as you're all fake as hell. You're blown up with all the lip fitters. Why does anybody have anything? Why you're thin? Your hair's all thinning out. How old are you? 38. Why would anybody think? Why do we care what you think, lady? Do you got a man? Are you all wifed up and all that shit? No, I don't think so. Got an ear, got the nose ring in. Feminist, closet feminist, hates men. Why do you don't like men? You don't want to be with men. You hate men. So why are you giving any
options, and a girl blocks him, you're just gonna be like, whatever, I'll just go to the next one.
Easily to block her. That's
lives in Naples.
If he's got lots of options and a girl blocks him, you're just gonna be like, whatever, I'll just go to the next one.
exactly?
Are you kidding me? He lives in Naples.
If he's got lots of options and a girl blocks him, you're just gonna be like, whatever, I'll just go to the next one.
easily to block her. That's just
I've never been blocked before, so like that was new.
Have you ever dated?
I just gave up $100 million. I gave up a high class lifestyle where I get everything I want paid for, and I don't have to worry about anything for the rest of my life.
Dated a guy of that caliber?
No.
There you go.
I mean, I previously talked to someone that worked for American Airlines, but I wasn't really attracted to him as much.
Yeah.
He was
a pilot. Stop. That is like a similar level as you. That probably was your next level up, next level guy that you should deal with. Honestly, you should deal with, but you won't because he's not attractive. What? Okay, so what do you think marriage? What do these women think marriage is for? Just a mutual attraction festival, horny for each other all the time. What do you think they're for, lady?
Pilot, but I just didn't have that attraction. But this man had the same exact, really good career, but he was attractive. So like that
Career.
was like,
Yeah. Well, there you go. I mean, like, you're gonna have to, the thing is that women have been told this story over and over again. Know your worth, girl. Don't put up with this, that, and the other thing. I see this on social media all the time, like women telling other women, if he takes you on these places for dates and you have to disqualify him. If he does this, disqualify him. If he has an Android, disqualify him. It's like they routinely try to find ways for women to convince other women to be miserable and single.
Right, and that's appropriate when you're 20, 21, and you're dealing with other 20 to 25-year-old men or boys or whatever that range is. Yeah, you got to say no all the time. But there comes a switch off that if you start to get into this other social sphere, you got to start saying, okay, what's right with this guy that overrides all the other shit?
By disqualifying men for reasons that are just simple, like, oh, he sent me, or he did acknowledge me enough at the bar when he was out there with his friends and probably another gal,
yeah.
which is reasonable, right? Because he's out there with them and her probably. But
Mhm.
a little bit of a chase from you, Zoe, might have got his attention.
A little bit of chase? No, not a little bit. A little bit of acknowledgement, like, oh, I see you, but you're not going to control me, but maybe we'll work something out. That with level of energy, like, hey, I see you, okay, but I see also you're kind of a little bit of a playboy. Like, I'm looking for something a little more serious, and I want to, support that man in his efforts, and I want to stop. I really don't want to do this career. It's just a backup plan, but so that would have got her in, but no. Zoe, what is wrong with you, girl? You're pretty cute. You definitely could. You're on the edge of like, ugh. But because you have that little edge or whatever, but if she would have been willing to do it like underneath you, oh my god, this I gotta give this guy everything. But play with him a little bit, but still give him everything. No, she fucked up. That was her ticket. She could have even divorced him in like 10 years and walked away with millions. No, she's so stupid. Definitely no dad.
On it, right?
And originally that's how we started. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to him. He, oh sorry, I can't like hang out this weekend. You have to wait a couple weeks or
Yeah.
So she was okay. So that is actually pretty. That was how she kept his interest and how he peaked. How she went to the top of the line because she wasn't impressed. She not she really wasn't impressed because she didn't know, and it can feel like that you're not impressed because you're not impressed. You like understand, but you just don't care. There's the difference between not knowing and not caring, and like knowing and like understanding and not caring. He was hoping. He was just like, please don't be a retard. Please don't be a retard. Please don't be a retard. And she obviously, when I use the retard, I'm using the word medically. She's just not. She's her development got slowed because she's pretty.
like
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to him. He, oh sorry, I can't like hang out this weekend. You have to wait a couple weeks or
Yeah.
it's just stuff like that. And I didn't think twice about it because I was still like doing my own thing during the summer, hanging out with my friends. So it wasn't like a constant like I'm available to him. And I think initially that's what attracted him to me.
Mhm.
And I was constantly working, and during school that obviously changed. And I was like, I would do anything to hang out with this man now.
I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full
All right, that's enough of that. I'm sorry I dragged on, but it was just important to see like these chicks, like the feminist stuff is just totally got them gassed up. Like it's unbelievable. Anyway, this is Reality Shadow Band. Go give Rich Cooper a like, and I'll be back